out, drops it going for the switch. I just wanna fall for a miss. Keep your eyes stayed on me for the blessing. Treasure up in the heavens, we snatch it. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. All that power in the keys, yeah, but I really wanna use that.
Welcome to Those Indie Geeks. My name is Q.
I'm just raised.
And we, again, are Those Indie Geeks. We talk about everything geeky that everybody considers geeky probably, but we just kind of consider it entertainment and normal. We are gathered here today. No, I'm just I keep saying that. I don't know why.
In the sight of the Lord our Savior.
In the sight of the Lord our God. Jesus Christ.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Those Indie Geeks. Really appreciate your time to check out the actual episode, and I hope you laughed along and joined along and, put up with our silly discussions and our banter and all that. It really is a fun time recording with these guys, and I really appreciate it. And honestly, building out a community is so important for us, and so I hope you guys get to join along and get to be a part of what we're trying to build out here. And so if you rock with the video, go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, leave us your thoughts. We would love to know what you got going in that brain of yours. And also subscribe to the channel because, again, that's how we grow. And share the video. There may be other people who might be interested to know what we're talking about, who wants to know more about what we're talking about. And so, yeah, go ahead and do that. And it really helps us out and to really, again, build a community, which is what we're trying to do here. So thank you guys so much for taking the time. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.
So Prodigal is not with us. The homie is actually in the UK performing, being a rock star, doing his thing. Like, again, we are musicians as well. So every once and again, one of us isn't going to be here because we're doing something cool musically. So that's just what it is. But prayers to him because he is performing out there, and we just, pray that it goes off without a hitch and that everything goes well and he has safe flights back as well. But we are talking anime. We're talking anime. And let me ask you, what because you posed this question in one of your posts, right? And if you don't follow Just Rays, follow him. He does a lot of news and a lot of different cool anime questions, comic news, all that stuff, as well as sports and stuff. But what universe? Because I don't remember your answer in the video. What universe in anime would you rather live in? Like, which one would you rather reside in? Because I couldn't, out of the choices that were in that panel thing that you had, I couldn't decide. Like I could kind of see myself in one universe, but I was just like, I don't know about, especially Attack on Titan. I don't know.
Oh, ain't no way. I'm dead if I'm in Attack on Titan. There's no way. I'm not joining the Scout Regiment. And the regular people were just fodder at that point. So it's just like, ain't no way I'm surviving. And I'm black.
Have a calm life. Nah. You don't have a calm life. Not in Attack on Titan. You're not safe.
And not at all. But for me, I think I selected Dragon Ball Z as the one I would probably feel safest in, because at the end of the day, yes, there were planetary level threats that showed up on Earth, but I ain't have to fight them as a regular person. That was the Saiyan's job. That was the Z Fighter's job. That wasn't on me.
Z Fighters got this, bro.
Exactly. There were plenty of cities in Dragon Ball Z, in the Dragon Ball universe, that were untouched from the calamity. So I'm like, yo, I'll be a fine Capsule Corp employee.
Until Boo came around and destroyed everything, everybody was
there's
cool.
that. But we got Wish back.
Exactly.
And so we were back.
I was about to say, it wasn't even, we didn't even know what happened. It was just like, oh, we were gone? Like,
right.
And in Dragon Ball, and that's my argument for wanting to be in the Dragon Ball universe, because, well, number one, the Dragon Balls are kind of like a mulligan. It's just they're just at that point, they're just, they're gonna solve pretty much any problem. But also, Dragon Ball always had really long periods of peace before anything happened.
Facts. And that would be my only issue with saying something like Naruto or Bleach will possibly be like a second runner-up for me, just because if I was in the regular world, If I was in a regular world, the only thing I would have to worry about is like being sensitive to like spiritual pressure and ghosts.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'd be fine. But like
Right.
Naruto is you grew up in like if you grew up when Naruto grew up, you grew up in wartime. If you grew up when Boruto grew up, now you don't know how to fight. So it's like it's like a give and take.
And if you grew up
Either
before
one.
Naruto's time, everybody was still fighting. There was giant beasts running around.
Facts. So it's just like I'm dying either way. Like, but I probably had some cool techniques on the way out.
Exactly. Now I love the reasoning behind not wanting to be in Hunter x Hunter's universe, just because of them being on one solitary island in the middle of a lake that's where everything else is like.
Your whole verse is in a lake surrounded by a continent that can destroy you at any given time.
Everything wants to kill you. Like on the
I'm
outside.
cool. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. And God forbid Ging be my pops. Now I don't have a dad. So it's just like, come on. Nah, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
It would suck, especially to have the last name Freaks, because that's just wild. Like you know, just freaks. Like what?
Just freaks kind of go though.
Just freaks is crazy. That's like
just freaks kind of go though.
That's like your unrated content. That's like your uncut content. People want. He gonna start talking about.
That's for the OnlyFans.
Oh God. We said I'm gonna have to blur that out because I'm gonna have to edit that because anyway, I can't. They're gonna flag us. You can't say OnlyFans until like at least 15 minutes in.
Oh well. Move this conversation to 15 minutes in.
Just freaks after dark. Just freaks after dark. Talking about BET videos that we shouldn't have watched when we were kids.
Talking about Just Raised.
Hey man. Hey man. All I know is anytime I ever tuned in late night when I wasn't supposed to, BET, for some reason it always happened to be Sunday morning, right before like all the gospel stuff would come on. But also
Bobby Jones gospel.
Bobby Jones gospel would be literally like the first one on. And then like I don't know why they intended, like, I don't know who did that. Who was the program director that said BET Uncut before Bobby Jones Gospel is great.
You know what's funny though?
It's great.
BET Uncut would come on, and then the Peter Popoff infomercials would come on right after that.
Yeah.
And then
for our region, it was Girls Gone Wild.
Oh, well, all right. That would make more sense. That would make more sense than Peter Popoff. Why do I want to see Peter Popoff?
I want to see Peter Popoff. Yeah, it would either be Girls Gone Wild or like we're incriminating ourselves right now, by the way. I'm grown. Whatever. We had a pet.
Hey, we wasn't in the video. So.
I wasn't making the programming.
We was kids.
I was kids. I was trying to watch Bobby Jones, and I woke up too early.
I was trying to watch Bobby Jones is something I've never heard. A black man say ever. I was trying to watch Bobby Jones.
I was trying to watch Bobby Jones, and they kept showing me tip drill. Like, I don't.
Oh, fun fact. Fun fact. My mama saw Tip Drill and saw BET Uncut one day. I guess she had woke up in the middle of the night and it was on. And I remember her trying to have a conversation with me about it. I had already seen it. But I remember she was talking about it, and I was just like, why was you watching BET Uncut? I ain't say that, of course, because I respect my mama, but and also I wasn't trying to incriminate myself. But I was just thinking to myself, like, what
you?
What you know about Tip Drill?
What were you doing?
What you know about pee popping on the handstand? What we talking about? Like,
Nelly never promoted that much either. Everybody just knew because of BET Uncut.
He need to.
He didn't.
He need to.
This conversation went so left, but like
for sure, anime.
And we were talking about anime, but like one last thing, like Nelly, I remember. I I forget it was. I think it was a Hard Rock Live. Remember they used to do the live concerts on MTV. They used to, or MTV2. They used to show them
Yes.
like people performing like Hard Rock Live or whatever. I used to watch them all
Mm-hmm.
the time because I just love live music and live performances, and seeing some of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite artists do it. It was dope. And so that week they had like Music Soul Child and Nelly. Nelly was on Friday, so I was watching
Mm.
Nelly. Music Soul Child was crazy good live,
For
but
sure.
what was it? Nelly, I think they edited out Tip Drill because he alluded to it and it looked like it was cut. Like it looked like it was cut from the original
Oh, they
thing.
just jump cut.
Yeah, because then I saw like live performance on YouTube, like when YouTube started being more of a thing in like 2007 or something like that.
Mm.
Like I remember going on there and seeing like a live performance from Nelly Tip Drill. I don't remember him playing this as part. I was so like, hold on, and it was great. I was like, no wonder they edited this because he was just like, oh y'all ladies, I want to see you out there. He's like, take your shirts off. Damn. I was like,
Bro, I'm crying, dog. Oh, that's funny. Speaking of MTV, before we get back on
yeah,
anime,
yeah.
some of my favorite MTV content. This is super random, and as a child, I probably shouldn't have been watching this, but
Here we go.
I was locked. I was locked in. The spring break stuff when they
Oh
used to
no,
go to
we definitely shouldn't
Cancun,
have. I remember,
bruh.
but we definitely shouldn't have been watching it.
I used to be
Absolutely not.
locked in watching the spring break content.
Yeah. No, I did. I was every single year.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, my justification, because I genuinely didn't really care too much about like the debauchery. I like as a kid, I was just like, this is not what I'm being taught for sure. And
I
I
didn't
can't see
really
myself doing
understand the
this.
debauchery, but I was here for it. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was not. I was like, I was that kid that was just like, can we get to the part where the band plays? Like, genuinely, every single time up until like I knew what was going on, and I was just all like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna watch until like whoever I want to see performs. So
Right,
like, there were some really dope performances at Spring Break, and then some really
for
awful
sure.
ones.
For sure. I remember, speaking of performances at spring break, I remember that was this is going to sound super weird, and pause in advance. That was the first
Uh
time I remember seeing Fat Joe perform without a shirt on. And then he turned
oh,
around and his crack was showing. I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
hey,
No wonder
pause.
they called you Joey Crack.
Pause.
I'm like, bro, you are
Yo,
pale. What is happening?
this man. You know what I'm mad at? And we'll get back to anime here in a second. I swear we said that like 3 times. But like, you know
Facts.
what I you know what I get mad at? Like or I got mad at just recently. Clips was on Fat Joe's show,
Oh, Lord
Fat and
Jesus.
Jada.
Fat and
Like,
Jada,
yeah, and like I hope Jada's all right, by the way. I think that brother in jail. Um
yeah. Really?
yeah, I think he got caught on something. I don't remember. It was in chat. But like
Huh.
they were on the show, right? They were talking about the album and all that. These Negroes, I'll edit it. These these Negroes had to tell this dude that one of the reasons why they are called clips is because of something that he said or did or something. I was like, why y'all giving that to him? Why this dude already makes up stories that are like
Well, no, so
unbelievable.
I haven't seen the full interview yet. I saw them reacting to a couple of the songs, but I haven't seen the full interview yet. But I remember seeing another interview where Malice was talking about it. He was like, why we
Mm-hmm.
were called why we were called clips instead of
Clips,
they wanted to be called Dark Eclipse or something like that.
darker
But
clips, yeah.
Fat Joe had like a group signed under him called Dark Eclipse. So he was just
Darker
like, they
clips
ain't
or
want
the
no
eclipse or
smoke.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, they was like, they ain't want no smoke with Fat Joe. So they was just like, we just
right.
gonna go clips.
But see, that's my thing because that's my thing because they were all like, "Yeah, but because you did that is why we're called clips." And I was like, "Why did you give him that though? Because now he's gonna turn that into yeah, clips back in the hood. You feel me? Like
It's
they was
Fat Joe,
scared
man. He
of
was
what
gonna
I
make it
had
up
going
anyway.
on, bro. They was scared of what I had going on. So
He was gonna
They
make it up
turned it
anyway.
into.
So
I'm saying, I'm just like, y'all just had to get that to him, bro. Now you're gonna make up all kinds of stories like the ones that we hear in anime. Uh,
facts.
anyway,
You
what we were
you
talking
got to it
about,
before I could.
what we were talking about was the fact that the Hunter x Hunter universe is pretty much primarily based on an island in the middle of a body of water surrounded by a continent of things that want to kill everybody on that main island. And it's kind of like a really small Pangea, isn't it? How they pronounce how
Something
they
like that, because it's
describe
like
it.
it's like it's like different sections of different islands
Yeah,
in the middle of that lake. So, but it was just funny when you see the world maps. That's still one of my biggest videos on TikTok. When you see the different world maps and you see Hunter Hunters, you like, hold on, wait a minute,
right,
time out.
right.
How? How?
one one world also that I would like. We both agreed on Dragon Ball is probably the safest option, ironically enough. Because well, also
Facts.
one thing about Dragon Ball is in Dragon Ball, at least, even if you're human, you can train to be strong. You might
True.
not be as strong as a Saiyan, but
True.
people always forget like the world fighters, the Z fighters, they're all ridiculously strong humans that would take
Fact.
out any normal threat.
Fact. And I'm not
They're
gonna hold
dealing with.
you. I'm linking with Tien and Ooh.
I'm saying Tien
I'm
and
linking
even
with Tien
Krillin,
and
because
Ooh.
Krillin's still stronger than Tien, which is funny to me.
True,
They're
but
still canonically
Tien
stronger.
don't be getting hold like Krillin be getting hold.
He really
You know
don't.
what I mean?
I
he
feel
don't.
like, and I
He be
feel like,
standing 10 toes.
I feel like it's because he really does, and I feel like it's because Tien stays out of stupid situations. Because every time
That's true.
Krillin got knocked out, every time he got knocked across the room or whatever, he was always doing something stupid. Remember when we first met Raditz, and he was just like, "Hey, friend, I don't know," bah! Just like, like, why did you
This is
even?
true.
Obviously, he's a threat. Y'all were scared. Like, why are you gonna try and walk up to him
This
talking
is
about
true.
some? You're Goku's brother? Bam!
And
Like,
the funniest part about all of that is Krillin is the only human to have his potential unlocked by Guru,
the only one, and
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 he still got clapped every
and he
fight. Like
still got
that.
clapped. He was there, but not there enough.
It's like, yo,
He
you
was
got
he was
all this,
strong
you
enough.
experience all these things.
He was strong enough to be the guy that could take care of a ton of fodder, but
Right.
not any of the main guys anymore. Like he would be able to survive getting
Facts.
like knocked to the other side of the thing. Like he wouldn't die instantly, but
That's
like
true. We don't talk about his
it's
durability enough.
he's really durable.
For
That
him to
dude
be
got
so little,
knocked. Bro got knocked through Kame House like the first episode of Dragon Ball Z. He got knocked through Kame House and still came out like, why you hit me like that? I'm just like, Krillin, you survived. That's crazy. And then like
right?
then only person who really mortally wounded him was Frieza, right? Because he stabbed him with his horn when he had
Yeah,
that second
pretty
one.
much.
So and then he blew him up. But like there
Yeah, I was about to say he definitely
But
tried
this
to
is
kill
the
him
thing.
multiple times
These
and
aren't
succeeded.
normal things. It's not like
Right.
he's running. It's not like he's running hands with these dudes. He genuinely just gets like, I'm stronger than you, so I'm not even gonna waste my time fighting you. I'm just going to kill you kind of energy.
Right.
Krillin would be able to buy. I unpopular opinion, and I will say this to anybody who has anything to challenge this. Like I don't care. Krillin would be able to box with some of these dudes. He just don't get the chance. They always do these like life-ending moves on him, but he would be able to box with them. He wouldn't last long,
Facts.
but he would be able to box. This is the situation we find Tien in all the time because
Right.
he stays out of mess, but when he needs to get to work, like when he held back Cell for that however long it was, like he had to get to work, and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna
Facts.
use this move."
Facts. And he knew it wasn't gonna kill him, but he still did what he had to do for the moment that he had to do it to give them a little bit of time, just for Vegeta's pride to kick in. But I
10
mean,
toes.
it is what it is.
10 toes, bro. 10 toes. TN held it down until like somebody who was objectively stronger than him came into the mix.
Facts.
But Krillin don't
He
never
did.
do that because he just gets slapped.
He don't last. Right, I would say he don't last that long. Like Krillin would be the Krillin would have every right to have a Napoleon complex. He would have every right, because not only are you little, but you get clapped every fight. Like you would be a reasonable crash out because
reasonable.
Because of everything that you experience. You'd be like, you know what, Krillin, I get it.
And this been happening since freaking Dragon Ball. I'm watching back through Dragon Ball, and I didn't realize how strong everybody was up until the Piccolo fight in the tournament, because everybody's clapping everybody else. Like the Z fighters are genuinely putting hands on everybody, including like different members of the Z fighters. Like they're genuine threats to each other. So like when it comes to the Piccolo tournament arc and everything, Krillin fought Piccolo to a standstill where Piccolo's all like, well, I'm gonna have to use basically a life-ending move to get you out of my way because I want to fight Goku. I don't want to fight you. But Piccolo is literally sitting there like, oh, I have to actually use my real power with you. That's kind of crazy.
Right.
Like I'm just like, dude, Krillin was like, people forget Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien were handling folks. Tien was a threat.
Shoot, that was Dragon Ball was back when Wolfang Fist was actually popping.
It was he never landed that much though. He never
Wolfang Fist was popping. And then it never translated
never
to
landed. He never landed that mug. And it made me so mad. Every single time I was like, if you don't put that mess away, talk about some Wolfang.
Wolfang Fist.
If you don't put that mug away, go somewhere with that.
But speaking of
hit and move.
Speaking of anime though, this summer has been a bright spot for new anime and returning anime. We got Kaiju Number 8 Season 2. We got Sakamoto Days. Part 2. They've been cooking with Sakamoto Days. I'm like, yo, this is a different anime at this point. Like, I know it's the lighthearted palate cleanser, like with hands, but it's just like, nah, they get to it.
You know the little warning. You know the little warning, the TV MA warning or whatever. When the series started, I was like, what are they talking about? Gore. Like we didn't see pretty much any kind of like any of that until like the end of season 1 and into season 2. I was just like, what?
Going crazy. Speaking of gore, then we got Togedankey, which gore galore.
Kind of cooking. Togedankey's kind of cooking.
For sure, kind of cooking.
I'm not I've said it on the show before, but I'm not really like the gore type in anime. So people like already know that. But Togedankey is actually pretty lit. Like I'm not.
Facts.
Like it's pretty lit.
And it's an interesting little premise. Like it's an interesting little premise. We're following the Oni who are trying to just survive and live their life, and the Momotaro are like, nah, we ending all y'all. And
they're not inherently bad, which is the
they're just trying to live. Part. That's it. Right. Yeah. So it's an interesting premise, and it's nothing too overly convoluted and complex, but it's just like simple shonen, a decent enough premise. Then we got the the anime that's been plaguing the black community with the pronunciation of its actual name, Gachiakuda.
Oh, Gachiakuda. guys, it is not Gachiakuda. It is my black people, our black people. It is not Gachiakuda. It's Gachiakuda. Gachiakuda. You just gotta say it different. It's the cadence. It's the cadence.
Facts.
Gachiakuda.
That joint, they've been cooking on that joint. And talk about first of all, the design, artistic style and design have been fire. for this show.
Who's the lead? I forget the lead of the Gifters. I forget his name, but the lead of the Gifters with the pulled back, almost
Oh
Wicks,
shoot, I
the
forgot his
Wicks
name
looking.
too, but bruh,
He's
his bro,
crazy
oh my god.
design.
First of all, every black character that they've introduced in this show with a black voice actor voicing him, phenomenal.
Insane.
The design has been cold.
Mm.
The just everything about them has been dope. From the
Culturally
lady that's
accurate.
working with the Gifters to the Jabber, the enemy dude,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
now the leader of the Gifters. It's like, bro,
The
y'all are
or
cooking.
the
And it's dope to see
the
us represented in such a well-rounded way.
that's what
Like
I'm saying. Culturally accurate this time finally.
facts, and it's not just like one black dude that's just like has mad
Stereotypical.
techniques or abilities, right? Or has lightning powers. It's like it's like we got a plethora. We got enemies. We got
We cannot escape them lightning powers.
bruh. Which is funny. It's still a lot of us that don't have lightning powers, but I don't know what it is about them wanting to make black people have lightning powers.
It's either lightning powers or super strength. Like, I'm not opposed to super strength, but like, come on,
Touché.
there's other superpowers. There's other superpowers.
Touche. Because I just thought of three. I'll tell you, you got Luke Cage, Black Panther, and Blue Marvel all with super strength.
Right
I'm like,
off
damn.
top. But my thing is,
that's the base set.
my thing is too, I've never seen one of these characters, especially in comics. I've never seen one of these characters that were of black descent that didn't have hands. We all got hands. Every
That's
single
fair.
one of them.
That's fair. To quote Seeley from the color, oh, not Seeley. Dang, I forgot Shorty name, but to quote the color purple, all my life I had to fight. So,
all my life I had to play some Kendrick right here. Clip it. No, I'm not gonna do that because YouTube's gonna copyright the crap out of it.
But yeah, Gachiakuda has been a fun,
so
enjoyable
good.
ride. It's definitely it's definitely been my favorite of the newer premieres in the summer.
This summer,
Kaiju number 8 is probably still my favorite.
We have
newer
the returning ones. The returning ones we already know and have faith in for the most part, but Gachiakuda kind of just stood out because number one, unless you knew ahead of time that you knew the manga ahead of time, we who were just now seeing it, we had no idea they had so many like black characters in there. That's my number one. We usually only get like one token person, maybe like a bystander or something like that, but one character, one good character with some crazy powers or something. This one was all like, yeah, no, they're just normal. They're here.
Facts.
Like they're around. They have powers.
And you know what I love about certain shows like Gachiakuda? I like when a show can introduce me in the first couple episodes to the world and introduce a bunch of different questions. And then through the process of their first season, they ain't answered not a single question that they've proposed in the first few episodes, and I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
The only thing they'd answer was they just described different things that were in that world, but haven't answered any of why things are happening.
Exactly. Like they've described it. They described the trash beast. They described life on the surface outside of the sphere.
They described the objects and the connection.
Right. But then we still don't even understand why Rudo's object is so special.
His is part of a series.
Right. Apparently. That's all we know. But we don't know why the series exists.
They still haven't said why.
Facts. And I'm here for it. I'm like, yo, this is interesting. This is interesting. The randomest premise with trash and the correlation between society and all that stuff.
Because now that's a random premise. I want to know what the other series pieces are. Like,
facts.
We got Rudo's gloves.
If we got the gloves. Where the rest of the fit? That's what I want to know.
Because the evil dude, the leader of the evil dudes, like they were literally like, he was just like, Rudo's got one of the series 9 or whatever, and I was just all like, what? What are the other ones? Do you have them?
Right. What are we talking about, huh? Huh, guys?
What I hate about Gachiakuda though, right now is it almost has perfect pacing, and that's not a usual dislike.
Mm,
It almost has perfect pacing because they give you just enough to keep you entertained. But unlike Solo Leveling, which this might hurt a lot of feelings of Solo Leveling fans, I'm one included, but like it, unlike Solo Leveling, it doesn't just get you to a cliffhanger just to get you to a cliffhanger.
true.
They
True.
they they're episodic with a point. Like they
Right.
actually end on like a note where it could be like this episode's done, but
Facts.
something else is about to happen
It's
in the next
coming.
one that you need
Right.
to have. They just give you just a little bit, and I'm just like,
Facts.
that's how every episode ends, and they don't do a next time on Gachiakuda. They don't do that.
Facts. Facts. At all. And it give me every time, 'cause I be looking, I be like, are they going to preview? Nope, they're not going to preview. It's just going to be credits. All
Nothing.
right. All right.
Just
I'm
them,
going to
just
watch
them,
it. I'm going to watch it when it come out next week. But
just them, just that credit. The credits of Rudo falling of the
right.
like just
Yo,
falling into the
I would
abyss.
love to see the boss of the gifters and Shorty. I don't know if she fights or not, or if she just works at the gifter crib. But I'd like to see both
With the
of them get
blaster?
active. Yes, I want to see them get active. But
That was the first
this
time I
last
looked at
episode,
an anime character and went, huh. That was the first time.
Okay.
Never, ever in my life have I ever looked at an anime character and been like, all right. Like, you know? But shit, they made this character a fine black woman. I said, hold on a
Facts.
second. This is, I don't know if I like this phase of my life. So,
Yo, this last
yeah.
episode when he was introduced to snacks for the first time, when Rudo was introduced
Oh, that
to
jump was
snacks,
hilarious, bro.
bro, I died when he had the
When-
macaroons and then started going crazy, and then somebody walked
Going
up
crazy.
asking for his
The
candy.
dude with
He was-
the kid with the lollipop or
pacifier?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And took the lollipop and said, like, I need more. And Rudo
Hey, what's up with
said-
this dude?
Rudo said, you don't get off me. And they was about
Bro,
to
I
fight.
was weak. And then he floated out of the room because he got fat
Bro.
off all that sugar.
Bro. That jump was
Bro, that
hilarious.
just had me too weak.
Right
But-
now, he's probably like one of my favorite MCs right now, just because he's funny.
For
as
sure.
heck.
For sure.
Like,
I still got Kafka up there as my number one favorite MC right now, but Rudo's definitely
Okay.
number two. Rudo's
Kafka-
definitely number two.
Kafka is, I don't know if I can call him one of my favorite MCs, but he's up there. I think
Yeah.
just because he's relatable, because we're all in our
Facts.
30s, guys, except
Facts.
for Prodigal. We're all in our 30s, so like it's just relatable because they never do main characters that are older, and so
Facts.
I love
It always
love
be
the
like 15,
slew-
16.
the slew of anime that's come out over the last couple of years where the main character was like 35.
Hey, this last episode of Kaiju Number 8 where Reno was crashing out, I was like, no.
Oh,
That hurt my heart. I said, no, Reno, say it ain't so.
Well, I mean,
Shout out to
I-
Iharu. He was holding his
I
bands
know-
down.
I know some of what happens in the coming stuff, so like I don't know if you read ahead or not yet, but
So what I've read is the stuff actually at the end. Like I know how it ends, but I don't know how we get there.
so Reno, he'll be all right. But
Yeah, I know he's gonna be all right. I
But
But I was just like,
he-
dang, my boy.
just to watch it in real time, I'm just like,
Yeah.
dude, it's cool though. It's cool that he's like one of the
Facts.
most
It was
powerful.
fire. Right.
But at the same time, I'm just like, dang, this sucks. This sucks to watch
And
in real time.
I rock with the camaraderie of their class. Because it's just
Mhm.
like they really hold each other down. Reno wants to hold Kafka down because Kafka saved his life and he respects Kafka. And he's just like, well, who's gonna protect you? Like you're Kaiju number 8, but who's gonna protect you? Who's gonna watch your back? And so he's doing everything he can to do that. Then you got Ihuru, who feels like everybody's passed him up, looking like Kuwabara. And it's just
looking
like
Kuwabara and looking left behind. I was like,
it's just like, yo,
my nigga, you haven't done nothing yet.
Bruh, and he feels it.
Everybody's had a moment. Right?
He feels his Krillin nature. You know what I mean? He feels his Krillin nature. And he's just like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on my team, bro.
He's standing 10 toes down, though, on not being that characterization, though. He was all like, nah, I got to do something.
And when the leader was just like, hold on, what was his suit proficiency level again?
Like 24.
It was like 24. It was like, well, that don't look like 24 to me. I was like, oh, my boy done upgraded.
He said, give me a chance. He was like bobbing and weaving.
Facts. I was like, come on, Ihuru. Come on, Ihuru. That made me remember his name, because before that, I did not remember his name. I just called him Lil Kuwabara.
I didn't know his name at all, bro. I didn't know his name at all. I was like, who's the dude with the shark teeth?
Lil Kuwabara. Facts. And what's up with that? Why every anime got to have a character with sharp teeth? What y'all chewing on? What are y'all chewing on?
Glass. That is not a shot against.
What's happening?
That is not a shot against the Japanese people at all. I apologize. But your characters be eating glass or something. Like
something. It's crazy. Everybody teeth jacket. What's happening? What are we doing?
and what's her face? Her name's not Rika. Rika's his friend, right? I'm the ponytail, not ponytail, but the pigtails.
No, that's the pigtails. That's Kikuru.
Kikuru, that's her name. Kikuru is on a different arc. I feel like she's on like a prodigy. She's a prodigy.
That is a prodigy.
I felt there's the thing about Kaji Number 8 is that it does a good job of like setting the stakes and having you feel like, this is actually probably not going to turn out really well for anybody.
Right.
and then have a character step up, but only step up so much to where the inherent danger is gone, but they still have this bigger thing to like worry about altogether. So I dig that part of it, because that kind of adds the suspense to it, to where it's not, we just have to wait on an overpowered character to come. In some cases, remember, they just let stuff happen. They were just, that person's dead. Like the freaking captain. When
they got Asao up out of there, I said, I was sad. Like, I don't get sad. I was just like, y'all really doing it? They're not gonna get there in time? Like, no.
So much left to get.
Like, I was like, yo.
Then he made him the zombie thing.
Right. I'm like, the craziest part is I knew that was going to happen. I didn't know they were going to do it that early in season 2. I'm like,
that was really
what?
Fast.
No. I thought that was like season 3. I thought that was going to be something down the line. They said, it's happening now. It's happening now.
We got to animate this.
No. As soon as he threw the first punch and Buddy broke his arm, I said,
That's why when they had that fight, I was just like, they're doing this a lot sooner than I didn't know. That's why I was shocked. I was sitting there watching the whole time, those 2 episodes. I was like, they doing it now.
Right.
What's happening?
Right.
He's gone.
I was like, no, not my guy.
Ikuru just like Ikuru going through her whole character arc, like basically like in denial, and then now she's like, okay, yeah, now I'm gonna get you because you're using my dad as a puppet. Like that's
facts.
crazy.
Now it's up for everybody. Like, she ain't got nothing else to lose at this point. It's up for everybody.
No. And I love how everybody in the team, like especially Shark Teeth dude, Isha, what is it? Ihuru, like Ihuru has stepped up because he realized, oh snap, I'm on a team full of MCs.
Facts.
And our opposing and our cousin team to the north is also a team of MCs, and I need to step it up. So everybody legitimately that we like fell in love with in the first season has officially been on like, nah, it's up now. Everybody needs to get stronger.
And I felt for him too when they were showing, Cause I was like, I wonder why this episode's called The Wall. And then when he started giving his backstory and just talking about the wall that he
Dude,
kept hitting,
the
I was just
physical
like,
walls that
oh,
came up, the metaphysical
oh.
walls that came up.
I was like, oh, y'all cooking. Y'all cooking. Y'all cooking. Y'all
When he
cooking.
kept
Because
running,
I did not
when he
care
kept
about this
running,
brother. I did not care about Ihuru.
when
I
he
couldn't even
kept
remember his
running,
name. Facts.
when they made
Running in the
an
wall.
actual illustration of walls coming up, I was just like, that's probably the best optical like representation of putting up like walls of adversity in front of you.
Facts. And then he
They
said,
were
and
cooking.
then the monster came. And that was Reno. I was like, oh, y'all cooking.
Actually, but
But yeah, they were
Reno's
cooking with
amazing.
that. When he said, and then the monster came and the monster was Reno, I was just like, yo, y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing.
A really good job at it too. Um,
Facts.
Also, I'm getting into. We have a lot of other stuff too that happen. We'll gradually talk about it here because we got a little bit longer. But like, I just kind of want to get this out of the way because a lot of people, because scans are out. Jujutsu Kaisen has ended for the most part, and most people kind of know where
Mm,
the story's going. But I'm an anime. I'm not an anime only person. I will read manga, but I choose to not do it with the newer ones. So
I feel you.
Jujutsu Kaisen is only
The
getting
trailer's
hairier
out.
for me. That trailer's out.
Facts.
Just Ray's just premiered his look at it. I also did a reaction to it. We had to be heavily censored.
Shout out
We
to
had to
YouTube.
edit it down. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Toho. Shout out to Toho Studios. They know what
God,
they know that
dog.
money. They are not letting you review anything. But like my initial reaction with that trailer, because I saw it before I reacted to it. Surprise. Uh, it happens sometimes, guys.
It
But
does.
like I watched it, and I guess the second time that I watched it was when I really had like a actual like reaction because I was just like, oh yeah, that's right. We left this whole situation back in season 2 where
Mm-hmm.
homie just lost just about everybody.
Facts.
Gojo's
Legit.
trapped in a box,
Mm-hmm.
and Sukuna is getting stronger. His influence is getting stronger over him, and backup has to be called, and that backup is homie from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero.
Yuta
And
Okotsu.
Yuta is kind of OP, especially with Rika. So it's just
Remember,
kind of like,
there was 3 people that Gojo always talked about that were gonna be able to lead the next generation of sorcerers, and Yuta was one of those
and
3.
Yuta was one of them. He was actually presumed to be, I think, the leader, but also like
Mm-hmm.
the heart of everything. So I'm just kind of like, uh-oh, Yuji's gonna have to fight Yuta, and this is gonna be crazy because Yuta doesn't. And I'm going off of my understanding from the anime guys. So if you read the manga, shut up. 'Cause we all know what happens at the end of it, but I'm just saying, hush. I'm going off of my understanding now from the anime. Yuta doesn't know the situation with Sakuna unless Gojo told him somehow or and like relayed that somehow or he found out somehow. Like he just knows that this is a threat. He just knows that the what is it, the what's the district? The Shibuya district?
Shibuya.
Yeah. The Shibuya district, he just knows that that entire place just went up in flames. And he knows he has to handle what's going on because everyone else is not an option. He hasn't been tapped in with the new class of people or the people that he knew. So he doesn't know all it, like he's coming into this going like, oh yeah, I'm wrecking stuff. It's up. It's going up. When I saw him walk past the screen, I was like, oh, that's right. He's just been waiting. He's just been living his life. That's crazy.
So for me, my reaction was a little bit more intense just because. So when Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 first dropped and finished, I follow different creators on YouTube that actually do read the manga on their YouTube, and they talk about it and break it down and this, that, and the third. And so when Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 finished, I remember them putting out a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen content,
Mm-hmm.
with the manga and stuff like that. And where the manga was at that time was like right after the Shibuya incident. So they kept referencing this thing, and I'm just like, I don't know what y'all are talking about, because I
Right.
only finished season 1. They haven't gotten to the Shibuya incident yet. And so
Yeah.
I know what happens from here on out, but I didn't know what the Shibuya incident was. Watching season 2 and seeing the Shibuya incident, I'm like, oh, this makes all the sense in the world why they were referencing it the way that they were referencing it throughout the rest of the manga. And so to see the trailer and to see some of the things that they're going to be doing in season 3, like, I know to anybody who's just an anime only watcher, you probably are lost at some of who these people are and what is going on. But when I
I don't know who
tell
the
you, you
blonde
are
chick
not ready.
was. I don't know who the
When I
blonde chick was. I don't know who. I don't
when I
know
tell
anything.
you, you are not ready for what is about to transpire in multiple characters going forward.
Bro, and
Trust
mind
me.
you, this is just a teaser.
Facts.
This is labeled a teaser of the trailer. This isn't even
Facts.
like the trailer yet.
Facts. Because they only hinted at story. They didn't like you. Yo, when I tell you, you don't know what's about to happen, bro. Your mind is
It's
getting
up.
ready to be blown, bro. It is up
It's up.
from here. It is up
So
from here.
I think that's all we really have to say about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's been one of the best animes I think I've watched in a long time. I would probably say in the history of me watching anime since I was a kid up till now, probably one of the best animes that I've seen story wise and definitely art wise. Because
Oh, for sure.
even in that teaser, I was just like, "Oh, this season about to be beautiful." Like, what are they
Mm-hmm.
about to ready to do? Like, so with that said, we're excited about Jujutsu Kaisen. Another old one that is coming back here soon is Black Clover, which I just started watching. Really, I'm on
Bro, I'm
episode
dumb hype.
52,
I'm dumb hype.
bro. I'm like, I like you were already hyped about it, and you were trying to like convince us to watch it, and I'm just like,
It starts out
Asa
a
kind
little
of annoyed
shaky.
me. Asa kind of annoyed me at first,
He
but
annoys
now,
everybody. He annoys everybody.
genuinely, it is, and that's just part of his character. But I'm just kind of like,
Facts.
okay, now I understand that's part of his character. It's just like old girl that I was talking about the other week,
Noel.
Noelle. Yeah, I was just like, she's kind of annoying, but now she's actually starting to like be a valued part of the team. So
Facts.
the Bulls have some characters, boy. I'll tell you that one that
Bro.
looks like Marilyn Manson that's always talking. he he cracks me
Gordon?
up every single
Oh,
time.
that is my favorite
Every
Black Bull
single
member,
time.
bro. That is
He
my
is
favorite Black Bull
hilarious.
member because he is so funny. He is
He
so funny.
he jumped. I'll never forget when I noticed that this dude was like he was actually saying stuff. Like they weren't just being funny and keeping him quiet, but he was actually saying stuff. But he walked past a situation which was like, and I was just like, what he said? And I had to put on the closed caption, and they say what he said in the closed caption. I was like, this dude actually like was saying something helpful. How the heck did they hear him?
He
It's
is
fucking
so funny. The
hilarious.
fact that he only whispers throughout the entire thing is so funny to me. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is so funny to me, bro.
I
Gordon
think
is
it's
a
funny
hoot.
that he looks like Marilyn Manson, like in an anime.
Loki, that is funny as well.
If you're watching this and you're too young to remember what Marilyn Manson looks like, don't look him up.
Save yourself the
I'm
trouble.
like, save yourself the trouble. There
For
will be
sure.
things that will pop
Oh
up, but
man, that
it's
yeah,
becoming one of my
the
favorites.
Black Clover is definitely a good show. It starts out rough, like I tell everybody who I
Mm.
recommend watch it. Starts out rough, but once once you start getting into the story and they start delving into different people's backstories, you really start to care about these characters, and you just like, man, you see the growth that each one takes, like from Asta to Noel to each member of the Black Bulls. It's just like, bro, like y'all been through some stuff. Like
Hmm.
y'all literally all each and every one of y'all had to get it out the mud. And it's just like, yo, y'all legit, y'all special, man. The Black Bulls are
Right.
legit, bro. The Black
Black
Bulls are
Bulls are
legit.
legit, and I am starting to like all of them. Even creepy dude who likes his sister a little bit too much. Um,
Shout out to Ghost.
like I'm just all like, why they gotta make it like that? Like,
Yeah.
why they
Yeah.
gotta make it like that? That's weird. Cause you can tell it's not it's definitely platonic, but
Right,
it's
right,
also really weird the way that they're making it sound. Like the way that they're making it look. I'm just like,
right.
don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. But what
So what's the last thing
what
you
else?
remember from episode 52?
The last thing that I remember was them fighting that group of people in the cave. I forget what they're called.
In the underwater
Um,
temple?
hmm And
Mmm.
Noel having to blast old dude. Well, they finished fighting those guys, so because we're on episode 52, but so they finished fighting those guys, but her having to try to take out dude and showing her real royal power or whatever, and then
Mm-hmm.
for that to still not work, and the captain of the Bulls had to come in and like handle stuff for real.
Facts.
But
Facts.
I was just like, dang, he's kind of stupid powerful. But I didn't know that all of
Facts.
the captains were pretty much that level of
Yeah, for the most part. But
planetary.
when I tell
Yeah.
you, this is where Asta's character work starts to like go up a notch. Once he gets humbled right here, where you're at, his character work starts to go up a notch, and you really
Well, yeah.
start to really appreciate who Asta is as a character.
Well, because he can see all this, and what I give Austin credit for, or his characterization for, is that he's an MC that isn't blindly like gung ho about getting stronger. Like he actually like observes a situation and goes, "Oh, okay, well, I'm definitely not there. I probably should work to get there." So,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he has to think objectively because he's the only person without like magic.
Right, for
so,
sure.
so he has like no choice but to think about it like in a different way. Because he can't be like a normal MC where he would be all like, "Well, I'm gonna gather all the magic and be the greatest and the strongest." He can't be that kind of character because he doesn't have magic. And
Right.
I love
In
the
a world
fact that
full of
right
it.
now, right. I love the fact that right now, as it stands, at least where I'm at in the anime, he still doesn't have magic. He still has anti magic, but he doesn't. He's still 50 episodes in, an MC that does not have any magical abilities, and they didn't shoehorn something in, you know, to make it seem, like, oh, he can achieve getting magic because of blah blah blah. Not yet,
Right.
anyway.
Right.
So it's just, because I know about the different form and all the stuff that happens kind of later. I don't know it in detail, but I've
Right.
seen,
Right.
stuff, and I haven't watched the movie yet because of that. Because I was gonna watch the movie on Netflix.
Yeah. Don't watch the movie till you finish where you're at.
You
Till you
have to,
finish
you
the
have to.
manga. I mean, not the manga, the anime.
Okay, yeah, because it's I was assuming, and it would probably give away a lot of different things, but yeah, but yeah, now he has his
Not even
grimoire
just
and
for
his two
him though.
swords, and
Not even
yeah,
just for Asta, but for the other characters as well. It kind of gives a little bit because it takes place like kind of where they're at
hmm
towards the end of where the anime stopped. So it's just like it some of the even the side characters have developed new abilities and stuff like that that are revealed in the movie because they were
hmm
already happened in the anime.
okay, yeah. So I figured I wouldn't watch it then, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's becoming a fave.
Yeah.
It's becoming almost as much as Sakamoto Day. Now, Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days been cooking. Sakamoto Days has been cooking. This last episode, fire.
This last
This,
episode had me tripping. I was talking to I have a friend. His name is Emmanuel KD. If you've never seen his content or whatever, or maybe you have if you're watching and you've gone to an anime convention, he's that guy asking you all the questions.
mm,
And that's his content. That's what he does mostly on TikTok and everything. But we were just talking on Threads and about the old man and how terrifying this dude is, but he's hilarious at the same time.
bruh.
Just talking mumbling. So,
First of all, brother, use the door handle. We didn't need you to cut the door to use your sword to open the door. I was like, what are we doing?
That was the cleanest way to enter a scene I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was like,
you just gonna slice the door like it's butter and gently tap the thing to get it. Like, what are we talking about?
I love how when he showed up on the scene, everybody knew. All right, it's time to leave.
We out.
It's
gotta go.
It's time to leave. We
especially Sakamoto. Sakamoto up until this point has been able to handle just about everything, and he still has handled everything. But up until this point, he hasn't been worried. Like,
facts.
This is these last few episodes. This is the first time we've ever seen Sakamoto go, uh-oh.
Facts. When they revealed who Slur was and
the
little homie that was with him that was going crazy, I was like, yo, who is this, bruh?
Yeah.
And the old man showed up and put him in quick work. I said,
quick work. I don't understand Sakamoto. Like, I'm not reading, people that read the manga too, they're all like, oh, y'all are about to eat. I was just all like, what's about to happen? Because they keep the power scaling it's not even power creep. It's like power escalator? Like, or not escalator, but power, it's not power creep though. Because they'll introduce somebody who's like normal, and then like somebody who's like above them, and then another person who's kind of like normal but can work their way up there, and then another person who's like OP, and then that person who's OP, which is what happened the last episode. The kid gets beat by the old dude who is overpowered, but he was already overpowered to begin with.
Facts.
And even the main character, Sakamoto, is sitting there like, uh-oh.
Right.
That old dude, I thought he was a myth. Like, that's never good when you have the strongest dude in the series so far be all like,
bruh.
Who that? Did he just open the door that way? Who that?
He was like, oh, he's here? Oh, okay.
We gotta go. We gotta go now.
We gotta get up out of there.
We're going. There's nothing good for us here. We gotta get out of this building.
Bruh.
And then homie chopped out his fingers, and I was just like,
fingers and his arm. I said, fam, just stop fighting. Stop fighting. Get up out of there.
Just run. And even Slur was all like, no, stop. We gotta go.
Right. We gotta go because you're not gonna make it up out of here. You're not gonna make it up out of here.
Pack it up. The MC
and that's funny
and the bad guy says to move, you better move.
Right. And I love the way that they're telling the story, like through Sakamoto's lens, like with the flashbacks and him just understanding everybody that's getting introduced and where he knows them from, and now he's able to really appreciate his body. Shout out to the acupuncture lady. Who allowed him to truly understand his new weight and ability, and it's just like, yo, this is dope.
You're fat, bro. Just get over it, bro. You're fat, bro.
Fat.
Like, you can move. You can move.
I was like, yo, let's go. Good old Sakamoto. Yeah, this show has been super enjoyable. It's been super dope to see.
It's an easy watch.
Easy watch, good palate cleanser, even though they get to it in part 2. I was just like, yo, y'all are cooking.
This second season is crazy. It's almost like the first season, like we talked about it earlier, but it's almost like the first season was like just a precursor. Like, it was pretty light. It was like kind of like how the difference between Naruto the series versus the manga, how the manga is like super dark, and people
Mm-hmm.
don't know that. A lot of the time, they just assume that Naruto is the way that it is in the anime. So like
Right.
Sakamoto Days though gives off this very almost Dragon Ballish type humor uh, to what they're doing, but then all of a sudden it just takes this sharp turn with the same type of comedy, but all of a sudden we're in very
High
perilous
stakes.
situations,
Facts.
like
Very
Jujutsu
high stakes
Kaisen, where all
situation.
of a sudden we're in Jujutsu Kaisen, but with Sakamoto Days humor. Like
Man, listen.
what is happening?
Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, shout out to Gege Akutami because I've seen on a few people who report on like manga and stuff like that he's coming out with a sequel manga to JJK that's supposed to take place like years down the line, like to the point
After
where
the
like
fact,
to the point where like Yuta was like an old man and is now passed on to the next life, and yeah, it looks interesting. I will say that it looks interesting.
okay, that's what's up. Sorry, my lighting keeps changing here. My background is like the Netflix thing, how it shows like different when you keep it
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So the Steve Harvey one. Thanks, Steve Harvey. Had to be this nigga had to be pure white with a powder blue suit as a promo.
Oh, for years
So
we didn't know that was a hairpiece.
didn't know. Mans
Oh,
was
that show is
bald the
criminally
entire time.
underrated, man. That show is
It
criminally
is.
underrated.
You know, it was criminally underrated, and I think that there's a lot of stuff now that we're starting to appreciate, or that everybody else is starting to appreciate now more so than like Steve Harvey show being one of those. Like I keep seeing people talk about the Steve Harvey show. People still talk about the Hughleys, which the Hughleys was funny, but it was just funny in different ways.
Yeah,
It wasn't as funny
maybe
as
I gotta
Steve Harvey.
rewatch it because it didn't hit for me like that when I watched it as a kid. I was just like, this ain't really hitting like that. Like it was
It's
certain
still not hidden
shows.
like that, but it has some
Mm,
episodes where you're just all like, oh, okay, this is funny.
yeah, certain shows didn't hit like that for me on the first watch. Moesha didn't hit like that for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I wasn't a Moesha fan at all. The Hughleys didn't hit like that. Uh,
I was a Brandy fan.
I remember loving hanging with Mr. Cooper when it first came out. I went back to rewatch. Didn't hit as hard on the
Bruh,
rewatch like as an adult.
the I think from like the point where Geneva and Raymond Simone's character came in, that was when it
Yeah,
started being the funniest. Because like
yeah, I'll give you that.
the first part with him and the Vanessa and whatever the other roommate's name, Robin,
Yeah,
was those guys. That was more of like that was a different comedy. It was like two
right,
different shows
right, right,
because
right, right.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper at first when they were all teachers or whatever, or not all
Mm-hmm.
teachers, but when they invited him to be a teacher, but he was like a basketball player still. Like that
Yeah,
was a whole different series, like compared to when he just decided to be a teacher
yeah,
and like stayed in that world
right.
because then it became like more of a family dynamic, less than a like they. I feel like they try to do like a living single type thing, like
Mm,
at
yeah,
first, and then it turned into like more of a family matters type thing.
yeah, yeah.
So it
And
was a completely
it
different
was
series by the end of it.
yeah. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was more cute, funny than it was like, oh, this is hilarious type of show to me. Like even on the rewatch, it was just like, oh, this is cute. You know what I
Tyler was
mean? Like it
hilarious to
wasn't
me.
really. Yeah, like even
Tyler was
in the
always funny.
house. In the house was more. No, Tyler was hilarious, but even like in the house was more like cute, funny. Like it had its moments where it was funny, especially when like Kim Wayans and Carlton came on the show. But
Uh
like
huh.
the first few seasons when it was just LL Cool J and Debbie Allen,
That's
it was just
another.
like, eh.
That was another show that just completely changed on the
Yeah,
last few
it did.
seasons. because
It
it
did.
it went from like family cutesy wootsy comedy to like, oh, young adults watch this.
Facts. Fact. And they pivoted hard because it started out with Debbie
Hard
Allen
pivoted.
and LL Cool J, her family, him allowing them to stay there, and him trying to get back into football and all that stuff post his injury. And then it was just like once Carlton and Kim Wayans popped up, it was just like, oh, this is a totally
The
different
family
tone. Then
gone.
Debbie Allen dipped about,
They
and
fit.
then it,
They were all of a sudden just written out the show. I said, where'd they go?
yeah, it's like where the kids go? I thought they was living with, I thought they was living
We
with
ain't never
LL.
seen the kids again. We ain't
It
never
was
seen
just
them kids
LL,
again.
Carlton, and Kim, and it was just like, yo, this is actually kind of funny.
It's like how Family Matters, like when we grew, because Family Matters was on for like 8, 9 years, right? So
Yeah, like I
the
think they had like
family,
9 seasons.
yeah, the family dynamic was it slowly started being weaned out like by like season 5, I feel like.
Facts.
And they started concentrating more on like the adventures of Urkel and Laura and sometimes
Eddie.
Carl and sometimes Eddie. Like Eddie was more in it than like Carl. Well, at that point it
Facts.
was like Carl and what's his wife's name?
Period.
Harriet. Yeah, Carl and
The
Harriet
f-
became more like chess piece, like little set pieces that every now and then
right,
they would visit the house and they would be there.
right.
It
And that's
became
the
more of like
funniest
a
part
young
about it
adult show
because it's like Family Matters started as a spinoff from a different
of Full
show,
House.
but not even Full House. It started as a spinoff. Dang, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was a show with two white dudes as the lead. Harriet was an elevator
Oh, Perfect
attendant.
Strangers. Perfect Stranger. Yeah,
Perfect
yeah, yeah.
Strangers.
Perfect
There we
Strangers.
go.
Yeah.
She was an elevator attendant in that show. They spun her off to give her own show. Gave her husband Carl
Right.
as a cop, and just did the whole family dynamic. And then they kind of started to realize, you know what, the kids are kind of
The
what's
kids are
winning
what's popular.
everything,
It's
right?
no
And then
longer
Urkel popped
there.
on the
Well,
scene as a guest star and just took over the
well,
show.
he came from being a guest star on the show to having another guest spot in Full House, which made
Yep.
him more popular, and then that's why they
And
started
Step by
using him
Step,
more on there. And Step by
and he
Step,
showed up
yeah.
in Step by Step.
But that was after he had already became big, and they were all like, "Yeah, we got to
Yeah,
capitalize on this Urkel thing." So
right.
like, it's just funny how it went from being like about Harriet and Carl and their family to just being about the kids. Like they moved
Facts.
them up out of there. Like it was like
Facts.
literally, oh yeah, no, me and your mom are going on a cruise. Da-da-da-da-da. And Steve can't bother me there. Da-da-da. And I'm just all like, what happened to this show, bro? This used to be y'all's show, and they packed you up.
Facts. Packed you right on up out of there. It's like, damn, what happened?
Because if you think about it, also that was when in culturally that was when like older, because the culture just took another shift, and now we're like back on its head, where like older, mature actors are like can be main characters and stuff like that, and have their own TV show.
Yeah.
But back then, remember, a lot of us don't know because we were like me and you, we were born like 80s, like late 80s into the 90s. So
Mm-hmm.
like it was very much so like different in that climate. Like grown people had shows.
Right.
The only kid show I think that happened at that point in time was Punky Brewster.
Mm.
So she was like a series lead, right? But all the other shows had like grown people fronting them. So Harriet and Carl being the head of Family Matters made sense going into the early 90s. But then it started to be like, oh, we want to concentrate more on the youth of
Mm-hmm.
everything
But if
because
you
that's what
notice, all of
culturally
their
happened.
shows did that. If you think about it,
Yeah,
Full House did that. Started focusing on DJ, Michelle, and Stephanie.
bro. When
Um,
we didn't see the uncles anymore, I was like, where did they go? We only see Daddy.
Facts. Uncle Jesse moved out. It was just like, damn, what
Joey would
happened?
show up every now and then and say something funny like,
Right.
I'm out
Step by
making the
Step
show.
did it. First of all, Step by Step, I used to love that show as a child. Then I rewatched that. I was like, this premise makes no sense
None.
whatsoever. Y'all met on a
Absolutely done.
vacation, fell in love, rushed to get married. Y'all got whole families that y'all finna
Whole
integrate in this household, and y'all got married on a
six,
y'all got
six,
fell in
seven
love and got
kids deep.
married. Facts, fell in love and got married on a vacation, fam. What are we talking about? This makes
The
no sense.
irresponsibility, the irresponsibility of that
And y'all
plot
in
line was
Wisconsin.
just
Like, what are we talking
crazy.
about?
It
What are
was
we?
crazy.
And y'all
But
in
that was it.
Wisconsin.
You're right though, because that was exactly the premise of the show. It was based around these two adult characters that
Exactly.
they were grown stars in their own right in like the 80s, 70s or whatever. I don't know when they got famous, but I know that the dad, he was on like Destiny or something, that show from back in the day. Dallas
You
or
mean Dallas?
Destiny?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. I think he was
He
on
was on
Dallas.
Dallas, and then Suzanne Summers, I guess, was like a big person back then too, like fitness or whatever, and
Yeah, that was
I'm
before
just
my
like,
time, but
yeah, I don't know, like I'm just assuming, because
right.
I remember seeing something where it said that she, that machine, the Thigh Master or whatever.
Oh, she
Remember
made that
hearing about
famous?
that? Yeah, I think she was the one that like made that. They were like, that was like her thing. So like,
Wow.
because she was like a TV star too, and then they decided to take
She
these two
had
TV
thighs?
stars, huh?
I said she had thighs?
For back then,
Like I don't remember.
I don't
I
either. I remember,
don't.
I
Like,
remember, I remember the '90s. I remember very, very little about the 3 years that I was alive in the '80s. Like,
oh, just like I got it. I guess I don't.
I don't remember much, but like, I remember thinking to myself, because I did remember seeing her on a commercial. Because when Step by Step got popular, she was still doing like the Thigh Master commercials. So the infomercial would come on,
Oh.
and she would be like, "Yeah, Thigh Master's still going strong after 20 years." I'm just like, this was around in the '70s.
Right. Okay. They weren't
Y'all
even
just
built
been
like that
pushing
in the
it.
70s.
They were not, not at all, not
Talking
at
about a
all.
thigh mask.
That premise though is like the most anime premise for a
Bruh.
sitcom.
Bruh. It's like I know
We're
y'all
gonna
trying to
move
be the
these
new
big
school Brady
families
Bunch,
together.
but fam, nah, y'all could have had a better backstory. Where was the dating
I'm saying,
process? Something.
and also the jobs back then were they that high paying? Like, homie was a construction worker and she was a beauty salon owner.
And the beauty salon was in her garage.
I'm like, how are they paying for this family? This
Bro,
family is like 12 people deep.
facts. And shout
And
out to
then
Cody
Cody
living in the
moved in.
backyard. Yeah, shout out to
He
Cody.
said, I'm gonna be in a van in the back. Y'all don't even have to worry about me.
Bruh, bruh. Cody was the saving grace of that show because, bruh, it was just like, nah, this ain't it. And then
Well,
Cody showed up.
because
You like, you know what? I'm gonna stick around.
Cody and the kids literally made that show what it was towards the end of it.
For
Like,
sure.
because I remember having a huge crush on the middle child,
The
who
middle
actually
child.
ended up
The
being
brunette or the blonde?
the one who was like tomboyish.
Oh, the younger one. Okay.
Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was she the younger one? Yeah, she was the young one. The
Yeah,
middle
she was
one
the
was
younger one.
Karen or whatever her name was.
Yeah. The oldest one was the blonde. The brunette was the
Dina.
middle one.
Yeah.
And you still remember their names. I don't remember their names. I had a crush on the oldest one. I had a
You had a
crush on the
crush on
blonde
Dana?
girl. Yeah.
She got fine at the end of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I was a little kid like, oh Dana.
I think I think I think that
And
I
then she
like
showed up
Sam
on Boy
because
Meets
she
World
was.
when they went to Disney World.
I remember that. I remember that. And
I was
fine,
like, my
just
girl.
fine. I was like, hey yo, level up. Because what I at the time I was like 12.
I don't know how old
So
I was at that time.
you were probably like 9.
Yeah,
So I'm just
I was
like,
excited to see her, boy. I was like, it's Dana.
no, that's why I felt the same way about Sam. Because Sam, the youngest one, I think that's why I had a crush on her because she was my age. But like she, she showed up. It wasn't in Boy Meets World. It was one. It was one of the TGIF shows that was like a
Mm.
young person show, like aimed at that demographic. And she showed up, and I was like, "Dang, what happened to her? She is not a tomboy anymore." That is crazy.
Facts. That's funny.
So yeah,
Shout out
so
to
like
Smart Guy just cause that was a good show.
smart. Yeah, we got him. Just I was all like, we talking about all these other ones. Like, smart guy.
Shout out to Smart Guy. Another
Don't
slice of the life.
hate
The Master
me.
T.J. Henderson.
And we just started singing two different songs in the same show. That's crazy. That theme song was iconic.
Oh,
but like,
wait. Which one were you singing?
I was singing an end show song from the band.
The Don't Hate Me
for
for being a dog.
Like, this is dope. This is like 90s,
Facts.
2000s straight up, like big t-shirt having.
Oh, that was such a funny thing that they had that song. That was a song that they was really singing.
They were really
Don't
singing that song.
hate me. Hey, for being a dog.
Being a dog, hey, don't hate me. I said, and
shout out to Marcus.
And for the record, going back and watching that TV series as an adult, because I rewatch it at least once. I do the same thing with Boy Meets World.
For sure.
With Boy Meets World, I do the exact same thing. I watch the entire series through at least once a year. Some of my favorite shows, Smart Guy, Boy Meets World. But the funniest thing is to watch it as an adult and realize what they got away with in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Facts.
It was not like now. Because I was like, some of these jokes, I was like, yo, that was so inappropriate for a kid's show.
I was watching a comedian's podcast, and he made a valid point. Smart Guy didn't start out as a Disney show, though. It started out as a WB show. Yeah.
WB, yeah.
And so it was just like some of the jokes wasn't meant for like Disney Channel. It was meant for like primetime WB slot. So it's just like it makes sense why some of those jokes.
The only people that I know that think about the show that way are like younger people who saw the syndication from the Disney Channel. Because everybody I know this is like our age is like it was a WB show. It was never a kid show. It's kind of like Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah,
Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a WB show that turned into more of like, well, it was a CBS show that went to the WB, and then it turned into or did I get that wrong? Yeah, I did. It was on ABC.
Yeah. Because Hanging with Mr. Cooper was part of TGIF at first, wasn't it?
Yeah, TGI Friday. I don't know why I always say it that way. I've been saying it that way since I was a kid.
Man,
TGIF.
Back when scheduled television was a thing,
bro. And before we even get off here, because we're coming dangerously close to like needing to split this up into two parts. But
this is what happens when you get old niggas on a podcast.
I'm saying, we just start talking about. We started reminiscing. We were talking about anime straight up. It just ended up on 90s and 2000s television. So like speaking about that, because I know you're not like a tokusatsu guy. I'm still trying to convince you why it's Kamen Rider and all that. Maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But this kind of leads me to the point of we had syndicated, like we watched TV, scheduled TV. If you missed it, you might not see that again until like
you missed it. You
might not see it. Like we got lucky because we were young enough to where they introduced like VCRs or not VCRs, DVRs.
Oh yeah.
We could like
DVD collections.
Record and DVD collections. So like VCRs were one thing too, because I remember having an old VCR that was my mom's. It was my mom's old VCR. It was like 10 years old, and I was like, I want to watch this stuff, but I'm not gonna be here. I have like a youth night or this or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like 12 or 13. So I would use her old VCR and these blank tapes to like record different things that I wanted to watch, whether it was like anime or cartoons or TGIF stuff. Like I would just leave it on record and go out. And then they came out with DVR, and you could just
Bruh.
record it and watch it later. But see, nowadays people have the convenience of watching like VOD, video on demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that brings me to Kamen Rider, which premieres, Kamen Rider Z premieres this weekend. First time a simulcast has ever happened for Kamen Rider of the like, so it's like a piece of history right now. Is Toei is like, no, we'll let them in on it because they see like the value in the American market finally. So like, I'm just like, it only took you
finally.
35 years.
They don't be caring about us,
Power
though.
Rangers.
They don't be caring about us.
I'm saying, so people, what I've been seeing is this overwhelming sense of like brattiness amongst a community of tokusatsu people, and not just tokusatsu people, people who are just curious and they want to watch the show. My advice to them would be to remember there was a point in time where we couldn't record anything and we didn't have anything on demand or streaming.
Facts.
Even YouTube was basic, bare bones, and if you watched it, it was probably going to be grainy and pixelated.
Facts.
320p.
Facts. Forget a thumbnail.
Forget a thumbnail. My thing is I'm just like, I'm seeing all these comments of people talking, being like kind of bratty in the comments, which Tokusatsu, shout out Tokusatsu, Shout Factory, you guys getting us anime and different Tokusatsu shows. Thank you. They don't have to. They didn't have to go out of their way to partner with Toei to do this. Toei didn't have to say, "Oh, let's have this thing going." The pirate people are gonna pirate. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. It's still there for you if you want to do that, but don't complain when we finally have a simulcasted thing for the first time ever. This is the reason why Power Rangers worked here for 30 years, is because they took the ideas that they weren't showing and made them into a new show for here.
Shout out to Saban or Saban, however you say his name.
Saban, yeah. Hi, I'm Saban. He's an awful person, but shout out to Hasbro now, who has Power.
Well.
You didn't know. It's fine. It's fine. You didn't know. You had no idea. Well. You had no idea.
Don't meet your heroes, guys.
Horrible person. Horrible. I'll send you the documentary because there's a documentary. There's a whole.
Oh well. Well.
This is how tapped out. Just raises on this subject. But I'm just saying, don't be bratty just because we don't have VOD. They said that they were going to air it several times on their network, and I'm assuming they're going to put the first 2 episodes up on YouTube because that's what they always do. Stop being brats. And this doesn't just go for Kamen Rider fans who happen to be the vocal brats of today. This goes for all the anime fans too, because it's an anime episode. Like, we didn't have streaming before.
Bruh.
It was hard for us to watch all this stuff, man. Be grateful.
You know how many illegal websites cats had to go to just to get to the latest episode?
You know how many viruses?
How many times we had to take the computer down to the free clinic for all the viruses?
Bro. I used to find stuff on LimeWire and like and all those pirate sites that sell the 7 C's. They just to be safe.
Pirate
here
sites and Napster killed our computers, boy.
Killed them
over there.
But we were listening to music
for their life. Facts.
We were over here listening to music. Our computers are just dead. Just listening to music.
Water.
I wasn't designed for this.
Fighting for our lives, boy.
So this is a great time to be a geek, man. This is a great time to be into all this stuff because we just basically have it at our fingertips. And the fact that Shout Factory was like, we're gonna air this at least 6 times during the weekend, and also obviously have reruns of it throughout the week. You just tune in. We won't get stuff like this for a minute. This is like them trial and testing movies, like anime movies in theaters. If we didn't come out in droves, they would not keep doing it.
Oh, speaking of anime movies in theaters, before we get up out of here,
That's a segue.
September 12th. September 12th. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1 drops September 12th.
That's the segue.
Facts.
That was a great segue.
I will be in theaters on the 12th. I will be in theaters on the 12th with my children.
Yeah.
We will be watching this.
Hopefully nothing weird happens.
Facts. Facts.
I get scared. I know your kids are a little bit older, so it's like, okay, but
yeah.
My daughter's 6. I wouldn't take my daughter to see
Nah. I ain't even take him to see the first one to they got a little, you know what I mean, a decent amount of age.
Because that was kind of sad when what's his name, Goku Renku, or what was his name?
Rengoku. Rengoku.
I said his name backwards.
Go Renku. Boy, come here.
my tongue was running from that name. It did not want to say Rengoku. I said go Rengoku.
Oh man. Now I've heard. Man, I've heard. Yeah. Shout out to Rengoku. He did what he did. He tried, but I heard Akaza wasn't even taking him serious. That's what I've heard. But I guess we shall see on September 12th. We shall see on September.
Okay. 12th. That's weird.
Right. I'm hyped to see this. I really want to see it.
This Michael Jackson nigga.
Michael Jackson came back from the dead, and now he in Demon Slayer.
you know how many freaking
smooth criminal
edits that I saw where him just walking down to the ow, and he dancing where the house blew up.
No.
I was like, all right, Demon Slayer. I guess it's the time we on right now.
That's hilarious.
I can't wait to see that. You guys already got your tickets. I'm probably not going to see it in theaters just because I hate people. I try not to. I try to love everybody, but like people just be farting in public areas, and I'm just like, nah, I'm cool.
Go on Thursday, man.
I'm gonna try. If it's not already sold out, Vegas is really tough for one of those events because like there's a lot of anime people here, and it will get sold out in like 2 seconds.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, we have continual anime nights every other week. At like, yeah, there's a lot of anime people in Vegas.
It's not like that in Virginia. it's not like that over here, brother.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll get to see it. Yeah, I would normally just go to like an early showing. I do that for regular movies anyway. I will go to church on Sunday and then hit up a movie, or go to a movie and then hit up late service. Because I know ain't nobody there on Sunday morning.
I feel that.
Literally, what you're gonna have mostly is like geriatric people, like older, like, and they're always cool too because they want to sit in a specific area, so you could go to the other side of the theater and not be bothered. And yeah, it was an awesome experience seeing Superman and Fantastic Four in that setting. Like literally right after church was like best. I was just all like, man, this is the day that the Lord hath made. And I will rejoice.
And speaking of days that the Lord has made, that is another episode of Those Indie Geeks. Thank y'all for tapping in. If you're still here for this particular episode, hey, I appreciate you
This
staying
Joker might
tuned
be
in.
splitting it too.
It might, but we had a great time. Thank you for listening to two old brothers talk about anime, among other things. The 90s racist, man. So we have nostalgia. So when we start talking, we get to going.
I'm like 30 years older than Just Raised.
He's geriatric. Well,
I'm geriatric. I am 69 years